So last year, Outdoormaster sent me the Shark 2S for testing and review, and this time they sent me another pump, which is the Shark 3, and today we're going to put it to the test. I have two paddle boards here with me, but before that, let's do the quick unboxing and do the comparison between the Shark 2S and the Shark 3, and then we can proceed testing this pump and let's see what's the difference between the two. Inside the box, we got a hose and different nozzles. So you can use this pump to inflate various inflatable gadgets like boats, mattresses, kites, kayaks, etc. Also, you will get a USB cable and a car cable for charging the pump. It would be nice if it also came with a charging block, but it does not. And the instruction operation manual, which nobody reads anymore, I guess, including myself. And lastly, we got the pump itself. I like that it has 4 suction cups underneath, which is also absorbs some vibration when the pump is running. And here are the 2 charging ports options, and the handle is very comfortable. And now let's look at the specs and compare it with the Shark 2S. So here are the side-by-side specs of the Shark 2S and the Shark 3. I'm just going to read the important specs of both the pumps. I don't want to make this video too long. So first, the filling speed of the Shark 2S is about 9.5 minutes at 15 psi. In my review last year, it finished like 8 minutes and 22 seconds at 14 psi, so that is about right. Now the Shark 3 filling speed says 4.5 minutes. Very impressive. That is 2 times the speed of the Shark 2S. At the bottom it says that the data is absolutely authentic and genuine. We'll see about that. The Shark 2S has 88 watts battery and can inflate up to 4 paddle boards when fully charged. Again, in my review, I was able to inflate and deflate 6 paddle boards, and the Shark 2S battery was still showing 1 bar. And the second time I used the Shark 2S, I inflated 5 paddle boards and the battery is still showing 2 bars. The Shark 3 only has 74 watts battery and can inflate 4 to 5 paddle boards again when fully charged. Now this doesn't make sense to me because the Shark 3 is a lot bigger than the Shark 2S, and also the Shark 3 has a dual second stage motor, which means it is going to be power hungry. So now it's time to put the Shark 3 into the real test and let's see what it can do. By the way, of course, it is fully charged. Let's go. All right, so this is the Inflate. So I'm gonna put it to 14.5, right? So I usually actually like pump my paddleboard up to 14 psi maximum. So the first paddleboard, I did not put a timer on the screen because the hose came off 3 times, and it was because the rubber gasket on that nozzle was not the correct one, but after replacing it with the right thickness, it didn't come off anymore. Alright, so that's the first paddleboard. We got some like technical difficulties there. The hose keep coming off. This one is actually a bit longer than the Nautica, so like I'm going to watch this hose, make sure it's not gonna come off. I guess it's because of the pressure, it's like kind of the hose is like turning it and spinning it and it's just come off. Gonna do the second one here, and I'm gonna stay here to watch the hose just to make sure it's gonna stay in place. All right, now we have only 3 bars left, and there you go. Alright, so that's 14.5, and this is the second paddleboard, and we still have 2 bars left. So I'm going to deflate both and then inflate it again, and let's see if we can inflate another 2 paddleboards. 8.4. Okay. Right, so that's the third paddleboard. I'm just gonna show you how much battery we have left. All right, so we have 1 bar left. So this is the third paddleboard, and yeah, we're gonna go ahead and try to inflate the fourth one. Let's see if it's gonna make it. If it will be able to inflate the fourth paddleboard and deflate them, so that's about just right, the specs. So let's go ahead. 8.5, 8.6 psi, still 1 bar left. We'll see. Nine point 9.4. Disappeared. 12.3, 13.0. We have 0 bars now. It's going to make it. All right, now it's stopped. The pump just shut down, so we'll see if I can turn it on again. All right, so that's it. The battery is done. So it wasn't able to inflate and deflate 4 paddle boards at 14.5 psi. Yeah, but it's very close. All right, so before I end this video, I have one more interesting features of the Shark pump to cover in this review. As you can see, I have borrowed my brother's pump so that we have a different brand to compare. Now, all these 3 pumps are smart pumps. A smart pump is designed to inflate and deflate inflatable gadgets like stand-up paddle boards, so it's quickly and easily. It is also convenient alternative to manual hand pumps because it's faster. It usually features digital pressure monitoring, automatic shut off when it reaches the desired pressure that you set, and dual stage inflation for faster filling like these 3 pumps in front of me. But sometimes, just like human beings, some of us are smarter than others, and luckily I'm not one of them. Anyway, let me show you guys what I'm talking about. Right, so I'm gonna turn it on. And this is the first stage, and if I cover it here, it should switch to second stage. It's taking so long. Still in the second stage. Let's see what's gonna happen. So I'm going to stop it now because it will just keep running until the battery is depleted, and or probably until the pump get overheated. So let's stop it. Right, and then turn it off. Right, so now let's compare it with the Shark 3. Right, so I'm going to cover the output so that it will switch to second stage. There you go. So that's what I'm talking about, the big difference. Like most of the pump there is claiming that it's a smart pump, but you guys can see the difference. I force it to switch to second stage and it switched to second stage. As soon as I remove my hand, it detects that the pressure is below 1 psi, so it switched back to first stage and trying to use the first stage, but it still detect that there is no pressure, so it shuts off automatically to prevent the pump from overheating and also prevent the battery from, being depleted. And here you can see this pump is taking so long to switch to the second stage because I think it uses the timer instead of sensing the pressure, just like my first rechargeable pump, which is the Tomiko brand. Don't get me wrong, the Tomiko was a very good pump, but it was not as smart as the Shark pump. That pump will run in the first stage for 1 minute, then it will switch to the second stage no matter what the pressure is. There we go. And again, this pump is just gonna keep going. It's not gonna sense that there's no pressure anymore. It's just gonna keep pumping and pumping, pushing the air until it dies or until it gets overheated. But in the bright side, this pump is a lot quieter again because it's like low power. So of course the Outdoormaster is gonna be louder because it has like 2 motors inside for the second stage and it pushes lots of air. So that's, like understandable. Right, so I'm just gonna shut it down now because it's just gonna drain the battery, keep pumping that like with no pressure at all. There you go, the Shark 2S is also as smart as the Shark 3. I'm not sure about the Shark 2 because I never used that one. Again, for me this is a very important and useful features of the rechargeable pump, as it will prevent the pump from overheating and wasting the juice of the battery, especially if the hose comes off while inflating or if there's a big leak in your paddleboard. That's also the reason why the Outdoormaster Shark pumps are a little bit more money compared to most of the pump because of the build quality and safety features. And if you are watching this video, it means that you are looking to get one. So that said, I have a good news for you. If you buy it directly from Outdoormaster, you can use my discount code RUB10 to save you a little bit of money. Alright, so that's the testing review of the Shark 3 from Outdoormaster. Hopefully you guys found this comparison useful and will help you decide like which pump is right for you. And if you want to check it out, I'm going to leave the link in the description below. You can either buy it from Outdoormaster directly. I also gonna leave the Amazon link. Alright, so thank you guys for watching and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.